Hi friends! Today we're being joined by some very special helpers. We have the Wild Things. I hope that you enjoyed this story because this story is the story of Max. And this is my friend Max. Max's story is very, very famous and you probably have heard it before. And if you haven't, you're in for a treat. The story is called Where the Wild Things Are. The story and pictures are by Maurice Sendak. Where the Wild Things Are. The night Max wore his wolf suit and made mischief of one kind and another. What does mischief mean, do you know? You can tell me in the comments. His mother called him Wild Thing, and Max said, "I'll eat you up." So he was sent to bed without eating anything. You can't threaten your mother like that. Now that very night, in Max's room, a forest grew. There's his room. It's growing. And it grew. And it grew until his ceiling hung with vines, and the walls became the world all around. And an ocean tumbled by with a private boat, just for Max, and he sailed off through the night and the day. And in and out of weeks, and almost over a year, to where the wild things are. And when he came to the place where the wild things are, they roared their terrible roars, and they gnashed their terrible teeth, which means they went like this, and bit at them. And they rolled their terrible eyes, and they showed their terrible claws. Till Max said, "Be still." And he tamed them with the magic trick of looking and staring into all of their yellow eyes without blinking once. And they were frightened. And they called him the most wild thing of all. And they made him king of the wild things. "And now," cried Max, "let the wild rumpus start." And so it began. And continued. And went on. "Now stop," Max said, and he sent the wild things off to bed without their supper. And Max, king of all the wild things, was lonely, and he wanted to be where someone loved him best of all. Then all around, from far away, across the world, he smelled good things to eat. And so he gave up being king of where the wild things are. But the wild things cried, "Oh, please don't go. We'll eat you up. We love you so." But Max said, "No." The wild things roared their terrible roars, and they gnashed their terrible teeth, and they rolled their terrible eyes, and they showed their terrible claws. But Max stepped into his private boat, and he waved goodbye. And he sailed back over a year, and in and out of weeks, and through a day, and into the night of his very own room, where he found that his supper was waiting for him. And it was still hot. The end. I've hoped you enjoyed the story of Max and where the wild things are. We miss you from school, where there's lots of wild things, but we're missing you, perhaps our wildest thing of all. Are you the king of the wild things or the queen of the wild things? Maybe so. Have fun this week.